Fine. That's good. Okay, when you're ready.
Okay. Dr. Bailey, what is CoQ10?
Well, CoQ10 is an important nutrient that's found within the mitochondria of our cells, where it plays a role in the production of energy from the foods that we eat. There are two types of CoQ10. Oh no, hold on.
Yeah, start with that well.
Yeah.
Okay.
The word CoQ10 is actually a generic name for two types of the compound. Ubiquinone, which is the inactive form, its oxidized form, and then we have ubiquinol, which is the active reduced form of CoQ10. And it's the active ubiquinol form that is actually important within the body, not only in just producing fuel from food, but also as a potent antioxidant.
Okay. I think we need to do the beginning of that bit again.
Okay.
So,
Which bit, in what way?
just I think
Everything.
The introduction.
what is CoQ10? Yeah.
Yeah.
Just start with CoQ10.
What did I say? Well.
You said well, as if you were answering the question, which is fine because you were, but...
Okay. Are you still filming, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So, Dr. Bailey, what is CoQ10?
CoQ10 is an important nutrient which is found within the mitochondria of our cells, and it plays an important role in the production of energy from from food. Fuck. Okay, sorry.
Don't worry.
One more time. Don't have to do it. Okay.
Okay. So, what is CoQ10?
CoQ10 is an important nutrient that's found within the mitochondria of our cells, and it plays an important role in producing energy from food.
That was good.
So, should we do the two forms bit
Okay.
again, or are we happy with that? I think it was fine the first
Do
time.
you want me to do it again? Just
Yeah, it was okay. The only thing you said is fuel from food rather than energy from food.
Okay, I can do it again.
Okay.
So,
what is CoQ10?
CoQ10 is an important nutrient that's found within the mitochondria of our cells, and it plays an important role in producing energy from food.
Cool. Where do we get CoQ10?
CoQ10, we can get CoQ10, no we can't, hold on. We can get CoQ10 from our diets. It's primarily found in fish and meat products.
Start that one again, and also be careful of tapping the table too loudly.
Okay, can you see my hands? My hands all look alright as they are. Where they are.
We
Don't
can't
worry,
see your
just
hands.
take a deep breath. Take a deep breath.
Okay.
That looks quite doctory when you put the fingertips on fingertips. It's a bit Indiana Jones villain.
Okay.
Sorry, Dr. Jones.
So, Dr. John.
Okay.
Okay. Where do we get CoQ10?
We can source CoQ10 from our diets. It's primarily found in fish and animal products such as meat. Essentially, you can find it in very high levels in organ meats, which reflects the high energy utilization of these organs.
Generally very low, however.
Oh yes,
Your body can
this is
produce
it.
If you're happy with how that began, you can just pick up
Mm.
the point
Yeah.
halfway through.
Pick
Okay.
up from, but generally the diet is very low.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
The body also has a natural ability to produce
Right.
it.
Okay. We can find CoQ10 within our diets. It's primarily found in fish and animal products such as meat, particularly rich in organ meats. Our intake is generally low, and if you're a vegetarian, for example, it's particularly low. We can produce it ourselves within the body, but the pathway is quite complicated, and it relies on a lot of essential vitamins and minerals to be able to produce it. If we're not eating nutrient-rich meals and diets, for example, then our ability to actually produce CoQ10 is quite compromised.
In addition, our natural ability peaks.
Oh yeah, okay.
The body's natural
Okay,
ability.
so levels of CoQ10 peak at about the age of 20 to 25, after which our ability to synthesize CoQ10 depletes. No, it doesn't, it just goes down. Hold on. Okay, so
Stuck in.
that again.
Our natural
Right.
ability.
Okay, no. Right. Our ability to produce coenzyme Q10 peaks at about the age of 20 to 25, after which levels start to naturally subside. In addition, our ability to convert ubiquinone to ubiquinol also diminishes with age. Diminishes with age. Our natural ability to convert ubiquinone to the active form ubiquinol diminishes with age as well.
That was good.
Okay.
So,
What have we done? Okay.
This number 2.
Cool.
So
Have we done everything on there?
Perfect. Okay, ready when you are.
So I'd say that if you're 20 and over, and particularly if you're sort of middle-aged, 40 and over, you'd probably benefit from supplementing with coenzyme Q10. Okay. So anybody over the age of about 20, and particularly anybody who's 40 years and over, would benefit from supplementing with coenzyme Q10. Also, if you're vegetarian or if you don't have a nutrient-rich diet.
Let's go from also.
Which bit was also?
Also, if you don't have a nutrient-rich diet.
Okay. Also, if you don't have a nutrient-rich diet, then you would benefit from supplementing with coenzyme Q10. Okay, right. Cholesterol lowering drugs. Are you still recording? You waiting for me?
Yep.
Sorry. Anybody who has a particularly active lifestyle or a stressful lifestyle, anybody who's producing lots of free radicals, for example, would probably benefit from some extra antioxidant protection.
That's good. How much more do you have to get through?
A little bit. Why?
No, that's
Okay.
curious.
Several diseases such as cardiovascular disease, neurologic.
Said diseases really weirdly.
Did-
let it flow naturally.
Did I?
Just, yeah,
That's-
don't
you do
think
really
too
well.
much
Remember at the
about
same
what you're
time.
Yeah.
saying.
Maybe I
Just-
think you should, maybe in between, so that Tobias can cut and you can just say it through so the words are in your mind. No?
I'd say carry on.
Fine.
What she's
As long as,
doing.
Yeah.
you're not, as long as you haven't got a shot. Because Nina, I think, I can see you trying to remember.
Don't
Okay.
try and remember because you know it all.
I know
You
I
just
do.
need to
I know so
relax
much. It's getting it out of my
and let
mouth
it
that.
flow. Yeah. Okay, so go from the,
Right,
the
so there's-
so bit.
Yeah.
But just quickly read through those bullet points.
Yeah. Okay.
And then
But.
start again. So remember, we decided to separate out the antioxidant bit. So talk about anyone over 40 or who's a vegetarian, simply suffers from fatigue, could benefit from increasing CoQ10.
Yep. Oh, may
In
have compromised
addition,
CoQ10 levels. I don't
a
think you need to
number
keep
of-
benefit from it.
Yeah.
Okay. You ready?
Yep.
Anyone over the age of 20, particularly over the age of 40, anybody who's vegetarian or anybody who lives a particularly stressful life or, fuck's sake, Nina.
It's fine.
No.
Don't worry.
Anybody over the age of 20, over the age of 40, anybody who's vegetarian, who has a very active life or very stressful life, is probably going to have compromised coenzyme Q10 levels.
No, that's fine. That's
Okay.
absolutely fine. Then go into the, in addition, a number of
Right.
disease states.
Right. Do I have to say in addition or just certain disease states? Okay.
Up to you.
There are a number of disease states that are known to have compromised coenzyme Q10 levels, such as cardiovascular disease, neurological disease, and conditions where fatigue is a prominent key symptom, such as fibromyalgia, chronic fatigue syndrome, and just generally conditions where there is fatigue.
Hold on. Just need to.
Nina, you've got a strand that's coming over your face.
And then suddenly in the next clip it was gone.
Okay, so now talk about
Cholesterol.
medications.
Right.
Okay.
You ready?
Yep.
Certain drugs, such as statins, are also known to reduce levels of certain drugs, such as statins, known to lower cholesterol, are also known to level.
Deep breath.
Deep breath. Certain drugs, such as statins, known to reduce cholesterol levels, also lower coenzyme Q10 levels.
You said too many levels.
Okay, I will do it again. Anybody who's taking statins to lower their cholesterol levels are probably going to have low levels of coenzyme Q10 and should probably look into supplementing.
You trailed off a bit. And
I did a
probably
bit,
should
didn't
look
I?
Into supplementing. But I
Should
don't,
look
I
into
don't
supplementing.
think we need that
All right.
phrase per se. Okay, so let's
Okay.
go into the
Are you
next
still?
bit.
Are you videoing all this? Okay.
I think we can read this boldest though about the statin statement. It's on the side of the tongue. So if you said it differently though, like
All right.
so supplementation might be advisable for people on
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, maybe say about the statins, cholesterol lowering levels, and so
Can deplete.
are low, and CoQ10 is often
Prescribed alongside. Okay.
alongside.
All right. And recording. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody who's taking statins to relieve. For fuck's sake. Okay.
Don't worry.
Anybody who's on statin for lowering cholesterol levels is probably going to have compromised coenzyme Q10 levels as well. A general practitioner would probably recommend that you supplement. That's really bad. Right. Okay.
Maybe
Sorry.
we
One more
shouldn't,
time.
You probably shouldn't summarise what GPs would do. Then
No, that's true. If you
do it from the point of view from a nutrition science.
I
point of view
know,
as opposed
but
to-
it's just that sort of. I feel like I'm just regurgitating. I find it so hard. It's so unnatural to do it like this. It's
Yeah,
really
of course.
weird.
Mm.
Okay, so anybody who's taking statins to lower blood cholesterol levels is probably going to have compromised coenzyme Q10 levels as well.
No, that was good. That was
Yeah, that
good.
was so
Good
good.
pause. So now just say, and CoQ10 is often prescribed in conjunction with statins.
Yeah. So coenzyme Q10 is often prescribed alongside statins.
Can I
One
just
more
say that
time.
again without often.
Often. I write it often as well, don't I? Mm. Okay. Often. Coenzyme Q10 is often prescribed alongside statins for lowering cholesterol.
Excellent. So what can I do if I think I've got low CoQ10 levels?
Anybody with low coenzyme Q10 levels can supplement. There are several issues with any supplement that's on the market, and we need to look at areas such as bioavailability and the type and the form of CoQ10 that you're taking.
I'm choosing ubiquinol.
Yeah. So when you're choosing a CoQ10, we need to be looking at taking ubiquinol over ubiquinone. So we need to be taking the active form. Okay.
So large fat soluble.
Right. Because coenzyme Q10 is a large fat-soluble molecule, there are issues with uptake within the gut.
It's fine. Stop. Okay.
Okay. So again,
So
because
yeah, just do that
yeah.
last sentence.
Yeah, because coenzyme Q10 is a large fat-soluble molecule, there are issues with uptake with the gut. And if we combine it with a novel patented Vesisorb delivery system, we can actually improve the bioavailability and uptake coenzyme Q10 a lot more easily.
Okay. Try that again.
Yes,
You said,
that was terrible. It was
Um,
all right
so
to start
I
with.
don't think we need to. Don't worry about the so combine it with. So I'm going to say. So why should we use Igenus ubiquinol QH?
Igenus overcome issues with bioavailability by mixing their ubiquinol coenzyme Q10 with a novel patented Vesisorb delivery system which mimics the gut's natural uptake.
Can I ask you to do that again? Just say we, because you are Igenus as well. So
We.
there, not
Okay.
there. So at Igenus, we maybe.
Okay. Okay.
That was so good.
I know. I'm sorry.
Okay, right. So
okay.
why should we be taking Igenus ubiquinol?
At Igenus, we overcome bioavailability issues with ubiquinol by combining it with a novel patented Vesisorb delivery system, and this mimics the gut's natural uptake mechanism, so achieving nice plasma levels of CoQ10.
Solubilized form.
That was very good.
Okay. Once we get our ubiquinol into the gut, cell wall, no. Okay. Once Once we get our ubiquinol through the gut and into the blood, we solubilize it. No, we don't. It's already solubilized. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's solubilized.
Right. Okay. Because our ubiquinol is solubilized, it means that we have a much more versatile.
Versatile.
Because IGeNUS solubilized their what?
I don't know. I'm laughing because I'm still trying to laugh about the last comment. Sorry. Right. Because it's solubilized.
Okay.
Go.
Because IGeNUS solubilized their ubiquinol, our ubiquinol. Sorry. Because IGeNUS solubilized our ubiquinol.
Do that again.
Can I just say we?
Yeah, because we solubilize.
Because we solubilize our ubiquinol, we overcome bioavailability issues and we can achieve much better tissue distribution than non-solubilized.
Up to 6
Isn't that kind of
times.
Yeah.
solubilized?
Right. Okay, let me do that one more time. I know it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we solubilize our ubiquinol, we get a much better tissue distribution. And in fact, we can actually achieve around 6 times the plasma concentrations that are achieved with comparable doses of other branded coenzyme Q10 supplements.
That's really good.
In the active forms, ready for action.
So we have our Vesisorb technology, we have our solubilized ubiquinol, and because it's ubiquinol, then it's in its active form, it's an antioxidant, and it's ready to go. That was
done. Just one. Perfect.
CoQ10, CoQ10.
Okay. Ready when you are.
So, Dr. Bailey, what is CoQ10?
CoQ10 is an enzyme that's found within the mitochondrial. No, it's not. It's
Mitochondria.
Fuck's sake.
Okay.
That's so embarrassing. I'm never going to say mitochondria in public before, right? CoQ10 is an important enzyme that's found in the mitochondrial cell membrane, where it plays a role in the production of energy in the form of the energy molecule ATP.
That's really good.
Super.
Excellent.
Where does this energy come from?
I know. What?
I'm just
Go
trying
for
to prompt
Okay.
you with what I want to hear from my practitioners.
Oh, I see.
Where are we getting the energy from?
Food.
Exactly, that's what I want to hear.
Okay, so coenzyme Q10. Right. Yeah.
Careful with hands, remember.
You
Mhm.
don't need to start again every
Okay.
time like that. What you just said is perfect. So Toby can just cut the
Mm.
next bit on. So
Okay.
ATP is generated from food.
So ATP is the energy currency that is produced from the food that we eat, and it's the energy molecule that our bodies require for everyday normal functioning.
Brilliant. Okay.
CoQ10 is actually the generic name for the product. No, it's not a product, is it? Okay, hold on. CoQ10 is actually the generic name for the enzyme, and it exists in 2 forms. As ubiquinone, it's in its oxidized form, and it's inactive, and it needs to be converted to the reduced form called ubiquinol, which is actually also a important antioxidant. Oh, I said
Try that
that.
sentence
Yeah,
again.
absolutely.
Good message though.
Okay, CoQ10. See, ready? CoQ10 is the generic name for the enzyme, and it exists in 2 forms. Ubiquinone is the reduced form. No, it's not. It's the oxidized form.
Inactive.
Yeah, inactive.
Oxidized.
Yeah, I know all this.
I know. I'm just trying to help you not have
Okay,
to think.
ready?
Yeah.
CoQ10 is the generic name for the enzyme, which exists in 2 forms. We have ubiquinone, which is the oxidized inactive form, which must be converted to the active reduced form called ubiquinol for it to actually have a role in the body.
Great. Ubiquinol is also potent antioxidant.
As ubiquinol, it actually forms another process in the body. It's a potent antioxidant, and it actually plays, I keep saying actually, I can't say actually too many times. Right, hold on. As ubiquinol, the enzyme is actually...
Don't worry, but sit up straight.
Yeah,
'cause you'll
sit up
kind of,
straight.
As
Punch
you get
it.
more involved,
Yeah.
you kind of get really like
Okay. As you,
personal.
I know. As ubiquinol, the enzyme is actually an important antioxidant within the body. So it clears or scavenges free radicals, and it regenerates other antioxidants such as vitamin E, lipoic acid, and vitamin C.
Good.
Didn't see that one coming, did you?
That was good.
Brilliant. Okay, so CoQ10 is great, we need it, but where do we get it from?
We can find coenzyme Q10 within our diets, primarily in fish and animal products such as meat. It's particularly high in organ meat, and this reflects the high energy utilization of these organs.
As a whole.
Ooh, as a whole?
But it's
Low.
Oh, yes. The coenzyme Q10 that we intake,
Let's do that again.
coenzyme Q10 that we take in through our diet is generally low, however. Okay. We do actually have the means to make coenzyme Q10 ourselves. The metabolic pathway is quite complicated. You're relying on various essential vitamins and minerals to manufacture coenzyme Q10. If our bodies, no, it's not, it's our diets. We do have the ability to manufacture coenzyme Q10 ourselves, but it's a complex system. No, it's not even a system, is it?
Complex.
No, it's just complicated, that's all it is. Okay. We do have the ability to manufacture. We do have the ability to make coenzyme Q10 within the body, but the pathway is complicated and it requires several essential vitamins and minerals, and without them, so if we have poor diets or nutrient poor diets, then our levels are generally going to be quite low. Levels of coenzyme Q10 peak at about the age of 20, and after which this time. Coenzyme Q10s within the body peak at about age 20 to 25, and after this time levels start to deplete with increasing age. Our ability to actually convert the inactive form ubiquinone to the active form ubiquinol also reduces with age.
Okay, this bit I think we should think about how we're going to say it, maybe.
That's gone, isn't it?
Yeah, that's gone. We're now.
Okay.
I can, you don't need to ask me what CoQ10 is. I think I know by now.
Okay, go for it.
Okay. Right. CoQ10 is an enzyme that's found within the mitochondrial. It's not, is it? It's in
No, it's the
mito.
mito.
Fuck's sake. Never going to say that. Okay, right. I'll do it this time. Mitochondrial. Hands together. And he's in. He found it then. Excellent. Right, we're on now, so. Okay. Not mitochondria, sorry. CoQ10 is an enzyme that's found within the mitochondria cell wall within our cells, and it plays an essential role in the production of energy from the food that we consume.
It was a bit still to do better. Last time was better.
Mitochondria are, no they're not, sorry. Clean teeth. CoQ10 is an enzyme found in the cell wall of the mitochondria. It plays an important role in the production of energy from fuel. No. Oh, I was doing so wrong.
Is CoQ10 found in the wall of the mitochondria?
It is,
But it's found everywhere.
but
But
it's.
it acts in the wall of the mitochondria.
But it gets.
The electron transport chain is in.
Yeah,
cell
but
wall
I
of
thought the
mitochondria.
mitochondria sit.
Perfect. When you're ready.
Okay.
Go. Sorry, me.
Me?
No, it's me. I've got my
Oh,
eyelashes are sticking together.
Thought you were telling me to do that.
Right, go.
Okay. Coenzyme Q10 is an enzyme that's found within the mitochondria within our cells, and it plays an important role in the production of energy from the food that we eat. So, no, not so. CoQ10 is actually the generic term for the two forms of CoQ10. We have the inactive oxidized form called ubiquinone, and then we have the active reduced form called ubiquinol, and it's in its reduced state that ubiquinol. I was doing all right until then. Coenzyme Q10 is actually the generic name for the two forms of CoQ10. So we have ubiquinone, which is the inactive oxidized form, and we have ubiquinol, which is the reduced active form. It's not until CoQ10 is reduced into ubiquinol that it actually plays a role as an antioxidant within the body.
You missed a bit out there.
Did I?
Kind of doesn't flow.
No, it doesn't, does it? Okay. CoQ10 is actually the generic name for the two forms of CoQ10. So we have the oxidized inactive form called ubiquinone, which must be converted or reduced into ubiquinol before it can play a role both in energy production and as an antioxidant within the body. Ubiquinol isn't just an antioxidant on itself, but it actually plays a role in the regeneration of other antioxidants within the body, such as lipoic acid, vitamin C, and vitamin E.
Okay.
Is that those done?
I think so, yeah, perfect.
Okay.
CoQ10 is an enzyme that is found within our mitochondria, and it plays
My toe, I've heard
Do you know that-
mitochondria.
That sounds like what I'm saying. Okay.
Mito.
Coenzyme Q10 is an enzyme that is found in the mitochondria of our cells, and it plays an important role in the conversion of energy from food into a substance called ATP, or adenosine triphosphate. Without sufficient levels of coenzyme Q10, we wouldn't be able to produce ATP, and this is important because this is the currency, the energy currency that our body needs to be able to perform everyday functions.
Perfect.
God, that's stilted, but that'll do.
Good, okay. And then
All right, are you happy with that?
Yeah.
I'd say do it one more time.
All right, I'll do it one more
Just
time.
because
I'd
I
rather,
got
yeah.
started, yeah.
CoQ10 is an enzyme that's found within the mitochondria of our cells, and it plays an important role in the production of energy from the food that we eat. So it helps to convert.
Take it from the
Damn
top.
it, take it from the top. Coenzyme Q10 is an enzyme that's found within the mitochondria of our cells, and it plays a role in the production of oil.
Perfect.
Coenzyme Q10 is an enzyme that is found within the mitochondria of our cells, and it plays a really important role in the production of energy from the food that we eat. It produces or it helps to produce a molecule called ATP, which is our energy currency, and we need this energy currency for everyday sort of normal living functions.
That was really good.
After that, does it? You talk about
Where do we get CoQ10?
We can get CoQ10 from our diet, so primarily foods such as fish, animal products, and it's especially high in organ meat such as heart and kidneys, and this really reflects the high energy yielding capacity of these organs. Generally, however, our intake of coenzyme Q10 is quite low. We can manufacture it, however, there's too many howevers. Right. Whilst our intake, whilst our dietary intake is relatively low, we do have the capacity to synthesize coenzyme Q10 ourselves. However, the pathway for making CoQ10 is relatively slow, and it relies on many different types of vitamins and minerals for its production. If our fucking hell.
Go for it.
Dietary intake of coenzyme Q10 is relatively low. We can, however, manufacture it within the body, but the pathway to fuck's sake.
Careful with your hands as well.
Oh, I'm banging again, aren't I? our intake from diet is actually relatively low, but we have actually got the capacity to make coenzyme Q10 within the body. The pathway relies on several important vitamins and minerals, and if we have a nutrient poor diet, then our capacity to make coenzyme Q10 is quite low.
Carry on.
Yeah. Right, okay, number of vitamins. Okay. So our levels of, no, that's not so. Okay, right, yeah. Levels of CoQ10 generally peak at the age of about 20 to 25, and after which levels start to naturally decline. Our capacity to convert ubiquinone to ubiquinol also declines naturally with age.
So now
Right, so it's the detail bit.
And leave the active and stressful lifestyle bit to the end.
Okay, so we're saying who should supplement, or who's got low CoQ10 levels, or who should be supplementing?
Who's got low CoQ10?
Right.
So, yeah, just talk about the. So we know that people over 25.
So anyone over the age of about 25, and particularly anybody in their sort of mid-40s and over, will have compromised coenzyme Q10 levels. We also know that anybody who has a poor diet, and if you're vegetarian, for example, you will probably have quite low levels of CoQ10. Right, okay. In addition to the sort of general factors, we also know that, there's too many we also knows, aren't there? Right, okay. There are a number of disease conditions that are known to have coenzyme Q10 levels that are relatively low. That's really awful as well, sorry. Okay. In addition, certain conditions... In addition, certain conditions and diseases can also have very low levels of coenzyme Q10. Cardiovascular fuck. Sorry, Toby.
That's okay. We're just running out of space on this card now.
Okay. In addition, certain No.
Don't worry about
Right.
it.
In addition, certain conditions... No.
That sounds terrible.
It does.
No.
Sound
Okay, 1 second. Okay.
Do I need to clap?
No, you just
No.
did it.
Anybody who's taking drugs to lower cholesterol, such as statins, should really consider thinking about supplementing with ubiquinol. The enzyme that reduces cholesterol synthesis within the body, which statins target, is actually also responsible for the production of coenzyme Q10. So it's not uncommon for cholesterol to lower, but also coenzyme Q10 levels to go down too.
That's really good.
Antioxidant. So we know that coenzyme Q10 is good for energy, but we also know that as an antioxidant, it can play a vital role in as an antioxidant and as in.
Start that again.
Ubiquinol not only plays a role in the production of energy, but it also plays a really vital role as an antioxidant. So for anybody who's living a very active lifestyle, for example, or a very stressful lifestyle, where there's going to be a high production of free radicals, coenzyme Q10 is going to be an essential nutrient to be able to come in there and provide some antioxidant benefits for you.